what does £500 get you in 2025? A half decent phone, a dusty used console with sticky controllers, or even a used fridge? How about a full dual monitor gaming setup built from scratch, running AAA titles, and lights up like it's trying to get you into the nightclub? Hey everyone, welcome back to the Terra PC Dundee YouTube channel. Today, I'm sharing a build I'm genuinely proud of. It's one of those rare projects that balances budget, performance, and purpose, and somehow still manages to look great while doing it. We're not just talking about a tower here, right? This is a complete gaming battle station. So, solid specs, check. RGB flare, check. Dual monitors, check. And all of it came together for under £500. And what makes it even better? It was built for a 10-year-old, getting his first proper gaming setup and a birthday surprise that will blow his mind more than the games he's going to play. Let me walk you through how we made it happen. It all started with a message on Gumtree. A mom reached out and said, "I'm looking for a gaming PC setup for my son. He's turning 10. I don't know much about specs. I just wanted to feel exciting. Something he can play, maybe stream a little and grow into." When I asked what she was thinking, she sent over a wish list that read like a gamer's dream. Dual monitors, RGB keyboard and mouse, gaming headset, Wi-Fi built in, and of course the PC to run it all. The twist? The whole thing had to come under £500. Not going to lie, that gave me a pause. But it actually made me smile a little as well. Because while that budget is tight, it's not impossible, especially if you know where to look and what to avoid. BenQ overpriced RGB cases with airflow like a toaster. So, we got to work, carefully sourced every part, stretched every pound, and came out the other end with a setup that feels anything but entry level. Let's kick it off with the tower, the brain and the brawn of the setup. We went with the CIT Flash case, 4 pre-installed RGB fans, solid airflow, and clean modern look, all for just £42. It's the kind of case that makes people say, wait, this only cost how much? For the RAM, we chose a 16 gig kit of HyperX Fury RGB running at 3000 MHz, which is fast, reliable, and with just enough glow to make it feel like a proper gaming rig. It only costs £25 and honestly might have been the easiest win of the whole build. Storage is handled by a 512 gig Patriot NVMe SSD. It boots up fast, loads games quickly, and saves you from that old school click and hard drive drama, just for £30. Powering it all is a Corsair VS450, so a reliable, no-nonsense PSU that's seen more budget builds than I've had late night snacks. £35 well spent. Now to the heavy hitters. The CPU is an Intel i3-10105F paired with an H510M motherboard. The CPU has 4 cores, 8 threads, perfectly balanced for gaming and everyday use. And we got the bundle used on eBay for £130, but it runs absolutely perfect and like new. Lastly, the graphics card is a GTX 1660 Super. We picked it up used for £90, and despite being a few years old now, it still handles modern games better than most people expect. It's like that quiet kid in school who ends up being annoyingly good at everything. So, the total tower cost is around £350. And to be honest, I've seen £500 builds with less performance and more bottlenecks than a city roundabout at 5 PM. Now for the good stuff. The extras that turn a PC into a setup. The main monitor is a BenQ. The main monitor is a BenQ 1080p 144Hz display. It's crisp, quick and responsive, perfect for fast-paced games. We picked it up for just £70, and honestly I've paid more for worse. The second monitor is a 22-inch Philips screen that we had in stock. It's not flashy, but it works great, and we included it free of charge. Because let's be honest, all tabbing between Discord and YouTube should be illegal in 2025. The headset is a stealth gaming headset, lightweight, comfy, clear mic, and only £15. And if he eventually snaps the cable by spinning it in his chair 47 times, no biggie. The keyboard and mouse are the ADX RGB combo, responsive, decent feel, and enough RGB to look good without needing sunglasses. Just £35. We also threw in an XL mousepad and a USB Wi-Fi adapter, just to make sure everything's plug and play right out of the box. So, total setup cost roughly $465, and nothing here feels like a compromise. Now, on to the part we all care about. What does this actually run? I'm going to be very honest, we didn't have a lot of time to test, but here's what we tested and how it held up. In CS2, high settings, 1080p, 140 FPS, smooth as butter on a warm pan. GTA 5 enhanced, very high settings, 1080p, 70 to 100 FPS, depending on how chaotic your driving is. Cyberpunk, 1080p high settings, 60 FPS, and still manages to look stunning. God of War Ragnarok, 1080p medium with FSR, locked at 60 FPS throughout. No dips, no stutters, just consistent playable performance. This is a proper gaming PC, not a please lower every setting and pray kind of build. So, what are my closing thoughts? This build wasn't about going flashy. It was about building something that matters, a setup that feels exciting on day one, but has the legs to keep up for years. A clean, capable 1080p gaming PC, check. Dual monitor setup for gaming, school or streaming, check. Fast performance in real world games, check, check, check. And somehow all under £500. For a 10-year-old, this isn't just tech. This is the setup that gets you into your first game, your first stream, your first late night, just one more round. If you're thinking of putting together a build like this, whether it's your first time or your 15th, we'd love to help. Drop a comment if you've got questions, like the video if it gave you some inspiration, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.